Hello, and welcome to The Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise to bring you the essential insights you need. Now, this conversation is part of the Journey series by ACE, a cross-border boutique investment bank centered around a global investor business owner network. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the recent ACE Compass report, the Fintech Journey, key themes from the Dubai Fintech Summit, May 2025. It's really a fantastic snapshot of where financial technology is heading globally, and crucially, what it means for you, whether you're, building something, investing, or just trying to keep up. Our mission today, let's distill the key signals, the opportunities, and the challenges too that came out of this summit, basically give you a shortcut to being well informed.
Yeah, what's really interesting here is how this report connects the dots. You've got global economic trends, these like groundbreaking technologies and regional stuff all coming together. It helps us understand not just what's changing, but really why it matters and maybe where to focus your thinking in this, well, very dynamic space.
Okay, let's unpack this then. The report paints this picture of the world sort of converging on the latest fintech, right? But at really different speeds. And this difference, this disparity, it's actually widening gaps, which, as you might guess, creates some pretty immense opportunities. The demand seems clear. Everyone wants leaner, faster, more accessible, and transparent financial services. This is being pushed by things like global trade, investments, and also ESG considerations.
And that raises a really important question. What are the specific technologies speeding all this up? The report points to two big ones: artificial intelligence, AI, and then the evolution of blockchain and stablecoins.
Right, AI. It's not exactly new, but the computing power now has just dramatically accelerated things. I mean, look at the investment, $130 billion into AI startups in 2024 alone.
Yeah.
That's huge. And the practical uses are pretty mind-blowing, like reducing loan document processing from 6 weeks down to just 15 minutes. Think about that. Big businesses are definitely seeing data as like their core asset now. AI is empowering staff, helping understand customers better.
And if you connect that to the bigger picture, stablecoins and blockchain tech are really proving transformative. The stablecoin market cap expected to grow tenfold, from $240 billion to maybe $2-3 trillion in the next 3 years. It's huge. You've got major players like BlackRock getting involved now, moving it way beyond just speculation. And get this, in 2024, the total dollar value of stablecoin transactions, it actually exceeded Visa and MasterCard combined. Globally, that's a pretty significant indicator of its real-world use, especially for things like cross-border payments. You get 2047 almost free transactions and transparency.
Yeah, a real game changer there. And beyond those two big ones, AI and stablecoins, there's also just general digital transformation kind of democratizing finance. Think about it. Access to smaller investments is growing. Client onboarding, sometimes less than 35 minutes now, no human needed. In smartphones, especially in cash-heavy countries like India, they've totally revolutionized fintech access.
So what's fascinating is how these signals, these changes, translate into actual opportunities for people paying attention. Those widening gaps in who's adopting this tech, they're not just a problem, they're basically an invitation, right, for innovation, for investment, particularly in emerging markets.
Absolutely. Emerging markets are a massive opportunity. Africa, for instance, population projected to double to 2.5 billion by 2050. That could unlock, $3 trillion in consumer spending. M&A founders are showing high capital efficiency. India's built this incredible public digital infrastructure covering 1.4 billion people. It's really something. And then there's tokenization. That's another major avenue. Imagine tokenizing things like VC and PE funds to give individuals access.
Right, opening up areas that were previously just for institutions.
Yeah.
And potentially creating liquidity for assets that were, well, pretty illiquid before. It's still a small market, but growing fast.
And the AI integration piece.
Yeah, that's not just an option anymore, is it? It's becoming essential. The report even warns about banks facing a potential Nokia moment if they don't adapt. The opportunity is building AI in as a core feature, making employees more effective, maybe even seeing, agentic AI start to revolutionize workflows.
And regulation is key here too, isn't it?
Totally critical. The places that provide regulatory certainty, real clarity, they're making the biggest leaps forward. Dubai is a prime example. Their D33 plan, sandbox initiatives, regulators are actually working with the market to shape the rules. That's huge.
Okay, but here's where it gets, really interesting. With all this potential, what are the hurdles? What are the big challenges, the report flags that we need to watch out for?
Well, that brings up the regulatory question again, doesn't it? How do regulators keep up? It's a tough balance. Encourage innovation, but with minimal friction,
Okay.
especially with all these stablecoins and new payment tools popping up. Regulatory uncertainty. That can cause real chaos. We've seen it before. And then there's data. managing it, securing it, proving the chain of events for digital assets, tackling money laundering concerns. It's complex. Plus, you've got fragmented digital markets, makes tracing things tricky, and banks often struggle with their own old legacy systems.
Right. And AI, as powerful as it is, it has its own set of challenges too. It still struggles with context for really complex decisions like interest rates. And there's the risk of hallucinations or prompt attacks. You have to be careful. Explainability is another big one. How do you prove why an AI made a certain financing decision? That's a hurdle for trust and regulation.
Definitely. And finally, you just have the human element. People resisting new tech they feel forced into. And simply building public trust in new things like stablecoins. That takes time and clear signals from regulators. Plus, customer loyalty isn't what it used to be. People switch easily now. It keeps everyone on their toes.
So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you listening in?
Mhm.
The ACE Compass report, the fintech journey, it paints a picture that's, well, complex, no doubt about it. But the opportunities for innovation, growth, and yeah, significant returns in fintech are immense.
Exactly. It's really about navigating this landscape where technology isn't just automating things anymore. It's fundamentally redefining access, speed, transparency,
Yeah.
the whole lot. And the ability to understand this, and more importantly, apply it, that's going to be key.
Absolutely. And maybe just one final thought to leave you with, something straight from the report. It suggests that the next career to choose is one that partners with AI and that our whole interaction with computers is set to change. Think verbal text action, agenized actions. So the question for you is, how will you prepare for a world where your interactions, even your financial ones, are increasingly through these intelligent agents? Something to ponder. That's all for this deep dive into the ACE Compass report. We hope you feel a bit more informed, maybe a little more intrigued about the future of finance. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive, and you can explore the full Journey collection by ACE on their website if you want to keep learning.